Happy Saturday, everyone, and welcome to the Woodchucks Baseball Network, where the Chucks have traveled into the Eastern Time Zone and will take on their first Great Lakes East opponent on the road this season. We're here in Kokomo, Indiana, Kokomo Municipal Stadium in central Indiana, as the Woodchucks look to bounce back from a 10-2 loss against Lakeshore a night ago. Hello, everyone. I'm Will Charlton. Happy you're joining us on this Saturday night, as the Woodchucks back in action for game number 27 of the season, and the first time of four against these Kokomo Jackrabbits of the Great Lakes East. Kokomo 11-14, Wausau 15-11. As the first time since 2021 these two teams have matched up against each other, and it was the Woodchucks back in 2021 who had a 4-game split of 2-2 against Kokomo. First time since July of 2021 that the Woodchucks have made their return here to central Indiana. Last night, the 10-2 loss, it was all Lakeshore after it was tied 2-2 rather through 5 innings. And then Lakeshore scores 4 in the 6th and 3 in the 7th, leading them to a 10-2 win in the first win over Wausau of the season. Wausau still 3-1 against Lakeshore, and now are looking to improve to 1-0 against the Kokomo Jackrabbits, and they'll be facing off against the defense of Brock Boynton in left, Trevor Winterstein in center, Kyan Lotus in right, as Dalton Pearson, the leadoff man, will step off against the starting pitcher, Kobe Essien. And first pitch between Essien and Pearson, inside 4, ball 1 on a fastball. The corners are manned by Noah Christensen at third and Isaac Kim at first. And up the middle at short is Tyler Cate and Luis Pimento Guerrero at second. And Pearson is up 2-0 on the count after 2 fastballs that miss from pitcher Kobe Essien. Behind the plate is catcher Colby Avon for the Jackrabbits. Dalton Pearson, who did not have a hit for the first time in 10 games last night, as his 9-game hit streak came to an end, but he's now on a 13-game on-base streak and still leads the team in hits at 26. And the 3-0 in there, 4-strike 1, so a 3-1 count now from Essien to Dalton Pearson. Essien, the right-hander from Quincy University in Illinois. And Pearson into center field. And this one is going to be tracked by Trevor Winterstein. And he makes the grab for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down for the Woodchucks and Dalton Pearson. The rest of the batting order is Jesse Donahoe, Brent Witter, Drew Berkland, Colin Brigham, Jake English, Brady Jergelis, Simon Cherry, and Brennan Holt for Wausau. As Dalton Pearson's Georgia State teammate, Jesse Donahoe, steps in. Jesse Donahoe had the first triple of the season for the Woodchucks last night in the 10-2 loss, and would be scored for the first run of the game off a Jake Baker RBI single, 1 of 2 runs scored for the Woodchucks. Dalton Pearson picking up the second one. He flew out to center field on a sac fly in the 5th inning. 2-0 to Donahoe from Essien. And that one misses high. 3-0 count. Kobe Essien from Mahomet, Illinois, making his 4th start of the summer so far for Kokomo. 2-0 record, 3.86 ERA. 3-0, 1 out. Donahoe takes low, 4-pitch walk. And the first base runner of the game is on for Wausau. Jesse Donahoe, first inning walk here with 1 out, and that'll bring up Brent Witter, the Evansville ace. But like I was talking about for Essien, he has a .93 walks and hits per innings pitched rate in 14 full, giving up 9 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 4 walks, but has struck out 10. First pitch to Brent Witter, number 2 for the Woodchucks. Fouled off on a fastball for strike one. Witter, the Evansville ace from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Hitless in last night's game. As Asian checks back over to Isaac Kim at first, making sure Donahoe wasn't going anywhere. On the mound tonight for the Woodchucks will be the ace, Ethan Pecco. And it's always exciting to hear that when he comes up to pitch. 0-1 to Witter. And Witter fouls it off again. He's down 0-2. Last outing for Asian came against Kenosha just a week ago. Exactly a week ago tonight, in fact. Where he pitched 6 full, giving up 5 hits on 2 runs. 1 earned, and struck out 7. Witter hits this one right back to Asian. This could be a turn double play as Asian makes a errant throw, but is scooped up by second baseman Luis Pimentel Guerrero. And it is a 1-4-3 double play to end this first inning. Wausau does not get on the board, get a base runner, but nothing else. And they're held scoreless in the first. They'll be up on defense when we come back here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet. Track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
A scoreless half inning for the Woodchucks, but that does bring them out on defense. And to the mound comes the Towson Tiger, Ethan Pecco, who is making his 4th start of the summer, or 5th start of the summer, rather, with a 2-1 record. And he has been absolutely fantastic this season for the Woodchucks. The Saturday guy at Towson from Ridley Park, Pennsylvania, the right-hander. 1.17 ERA, which is the 3rd lowest in the Northwoods League. A .83 whip. But before we get into the rest of that, let's see who's playing defense for the Woodchucks. It's Brady Jergella in left, Dalton Pearson in center, Drew Berkland in right, Colin Brigham at first, Brent Witter at third, Simon Sherry at shortstop, Brennan Holt at second. Behind the plate, Jake English, and then Ethan Pecco on the mound. Batting order for the Kokomo Jackrabbits will start off with the center fielder, Trevor Winterstein. As the first pitch from Pecco in there on a fastball, his signature pitch. Pecco usually in the lower 90s numbers with his fastball, and then can get you with his slider and curveball. And second pitch from Pecco misses low for ball 1. Pecco has the 3rd lowest ERA in the Northwoods League, like I mentioned, and is 2nd in the league in strikeouts with 32 in 23 full innings pitched. And Winterstein fouls off that one for strike 2. Ethan Pecco last started against Fond du Lac last Sunday, going 5 scoreless innings, striking out 6. 1-2, swing and a miss. Dropped by Jake English. He'll check it over to Brigham at first, but that is a One up, one down on a strikeout for Ethan Pecco. What's new for the right-hander? From Towson. Ethan Pecco has only allowed 12 hits, as well as 3 runs all earned and 6 walks. And opposing batters only hit 158 against Pecco. Big reason for that were the 7 hitless innings he threw against Fond du Lac on June 4th in the combined no-hitter, which happened to be exactly 3 Sundays ago from tomorrow at this point. Kind of crazy I'm saying that. It didn't even feel like that long ago. That just kind of shows how quickly this Northwoods League season is going by. Up now for the Jackrabbits, Noah Christensen. He'll be followed by Kyan Lotus, Roman Kuntz, Isaac Kim, Tyler Kate, Colby Avon, Luis Pimentel Guerrero, and then Brock Boynton will round it out. It's a 2-0 count to Noah Christensen, the University of Sioux Falls product from Buffalo, Minnesota. And Pecco's fastball in there for strike 1, 2-1 count to Christensen. The third baseman tonight for the Jackrabbits. And Pecco's 2-1. Taken outside on a fastball, 3-1 count to Christensen. There's Noah Christensen and there's also Nolan Christensen on this team. As Noah Christensen, who's the only one in this lineup tonight, takes that one in there for ball 2 or strike 2, and it's a full count. 3-2, 1 out. Swung at in the infield. Simon Sherry will play it on a hop and it gets the throw in time to bring him in. No, he does not. Simon Sherry fumbled it trying to glove it at first. So I assume it'll be an error on Simon Sherry because that probably should have been a play that could have been made. As we're still waiting to see on the scoreboard what that is going to go down as. If not, it's the 7th hit allowed all season by Ethan Pecco. And believe it or not, that would make 4 of the 7 infield hits if that is recorded as a hit. Still not too sure what it's going to be. There's the error. It's an error on Simon Sherry, which puts Christensen at first base. So base runner here in the first for the Jackrabbits of Kokomo, Indiana. 1-0 now to Kyan Lotus as Pecco checks back over to bring him in at first base. Kyan Lotus, the Kansas State Wildcat from Omaha, Nebraska. And he fouls that one off, pushed down the left field line into foul territory and out of the field of play to where a kid is going to run over and grab that. It'll be a 1-1 count to Kyan Lotus. 1-1, 1 out. And Pecco misses outside with a breaking ball. So it'll be a 2-1 count between Pecco and Lotus. And that one's fouled off again down the left field line into foul territory, out of the field of play. And now more kids are going to chase after that one. Pretty good crowd here tonight in Kokomo. Not too bad at all. Beautiful night here in central Indiana. As it'll be a 2-2 count between Lotus and Pecco. Lotus playing in his 11th game, batting .250 for the Jackrabbits. And he comes through on a breaking ball by Pecco. There's strikeout number 2. Lotus down swinging. And now with 2 down comes Roman Kuntz, the designated hitter tonight for Kokomo. Roman Kuntz, the Morehead State product from New Carlisle, Indiana. Righty-lefty matchup between Pecco and Kuntz hits this one into foul territory near left field. Jurgella looking at it, but does not have a play on it. That's an 0-1 count to Kuntz off a fastball from Pecco. just near a 5-hour bus ride from Mequon, where the Woodchucks have been staying these past couple nights, here to Central Indiana, making that trip today. 0-1, and that is a slider that's low for ball one. Ethan Pecco mostly features a fastball, curveball, slider with a changeup mixed in. 1-1. Fastball right down the middle, fouled off by Kuntz. 1-2 count. Roman Kuntz, the 4-hitter tonight for Kokomo, is tied for first among the best batting average on this team. In fact, leads the team among qualified players. 13 hits, 3 doubles, 1 triple, 3 home runs. Heading to second is the base runner, Noah Christensen. He's thrown out. Caught stealing as Jake English makes a great throw to end the inning. Noah Christensen caught stealing, and that is how out number 3 is recorded. So the first batter in the bottom of the second for Kokomo will be Roman Kuntz again. But it's 0-0 through 1 here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. We'll be back for the second here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com. Welcome back to the Woodchucks Baseball Network, as it's 0-0 through 1. And up to bat here in the second is Drew Birkland to lead off the inning against Kobe Asian for the Woodchucks. Drew Birkland, the Minnesota Golden Gopher by way of Wayzata, Minnesota. 1-0, and Birkland comes through it on an inside fastball for strike 1. Birkland, who is now playing in his 18th game, starting his 17th for Wausau, batting .315 on the season. 17 hits, 2 doubles, 4 home runs, which is tied for first among this Woodchucks team. 16 RBIs, 11 runs, 3 stolen bases, 12 walks. 2-1 count from Asian to Birkland. And Birkland in the air to left field on a pull. Brock Boynton watches it, though, and catches it for out number 1. So back-to-back leadoff flyouts for the Woodchucks in the respective 2 innings. Now at the plate, as coming up for the Woodchucks now is the big first baseman, Colin Brigham, the 6'6", first baseman from Smithton, Illinois. The Oklahoma State Cowboy. Left-handed batter, but he pops this one right into the infield on the first pitch he sees. And third baseman, Noah Christensen, waits for it and corrals it for out number 2. Quick 2 outs here in the second for these Woodchucks. And now with 2 down comes the catcher, Jake English, the Kansas Jayhawk. Jake English, who had a couple hits last night against Lakeshore in the 10-2 loss. now hitting .308 on the season with 8 total hits as he takes a fastball on the low outside corner for strike 1 off the arm of Asian. 0-1. And a breaking ball just misses high. Curveball by Asian. 1-1 to English. Looking to be the first base runner of the inning for the Woodchucks, and that breaking ball misses low. 2-1 count. Jake English, a relatively patient hitter. (3-1). And English lined at shortstop Tyler Kate, and he won't be able to make a play on it. Decided to play it on a hop instead of trying to grab it with his glove, so it'll be more than likely the first hit of the night for the Woodchucks, as we'll have to wait and see, and unless it's an error. I'm pretty sure that should go down as a hit, though. Jake English hit it very well. Oh, they're going to call it an error. So it'll be a E6 on Tyler Kate at shortstop, putting Jake English at first base. And with 2 outs comes Brady Jurgella, the other Minnesota Golden Gopher on this Woodchucks team. Jurgella, the native of Menasha, Wisconsin, playing left field tonight. 0-1. And Jurgella swings through it and fouls off a fastball. 1-1 count. Jurgella playing in his 19th game, starting his 18th for Wausau, batting .269 with 18 hits, 3 doubles, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 19 scored runs, 9 walks, and 12 stolen bases. Currently on a 16-game on-base streak. His 5-game hit streak came to an end last night against Lakeshore, though. Oh, 1 to Jurgella. And he fouls it off. Jurgella, rather, his 5-game hit streak ended in the 9-5 win for Wausau on Thursday night in Mequon. As he takes a curveball outside, it's a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Jurgella looking to keep the inning alive and bring up Simon Sherry, who's on deck for Wausau. Asian's 2-2 with 2 outs. Jurgella swings and misses. And it's a fastball that Jurgella goes down on. First strikeout of the game for Kobe Asian. And that'll do it for the top half of the second. Still 0-0 here. You're listening to Woodchucks Baseball on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Still knotted up at 0-0. No hits on the board yet either, but a couple of errors by one by each team is the only tallies that are on the scoreboard so far, as Kokomo will start off with the 4-hitter, Roman Kuntz once again. Roman Kuntz was the batter that was technically the last one seen by Pecco and the first, but the caught stealing attempt by Christensen ended the inning, so that brings Kuntz right back up, and he fouls off a fastball down the first base line, strike one. Roman Kuntz, the DH for the Jackrabbits. From Morehead State University. And Pecco's 0-1. And that one clips the outer edge on a breaking ball, and the count's 0-2. Pecco already with a couple strikeouts. Looking for another one here, 0-2. And he goes fastball high. Like mentioned, his 32 strikeouts ranks second in the whole entire Northwoods League. 1-2 from Pecco. Grounded over to Brigham, who can't play it on a hop. And Roman Kuntz is heading to second base. Berkland's throw will not be in time to Simon Sherry. So that will be more than likely the first hit of the game on the board for the Jackrabbits. Really well hit ball down the first base line. Can't imagine that will be an error. They're going to call it an error. They're going to call it an error on Colin Brigham because he didn't field it cleanly. So an E3 here in the second error of the game already on the Woodchucks in the infield. And that puts Roman Kuntz at second base. So runner in scoring position already with no outs here in the second. And now a righty-righty match between Pecco and Isaac Kim, the first baseman. Isaac Kim from Pomona Pitzer University in the native of Valencia, California. And he hits a 1-0 in the air in the infield. Ethan Pecco trigger over to Colin Brigham for out number one, almost acting like a sacrifice, even though it wasn't Kim's intention. That's a very oddly hit ball by Isaac Kim. And he is almost acting like a bunt there from Isaac Kim. A 1-3 advances Roman Kuntz to third base. As Tyler Cate, the shortstop, steps in for the first plate appearance for himself of the night. And he takes fastball outside from Pecco. Tyler Cate will swing at a 1-0, and that's a fastball. University of Sioux Falls product from Omaha, Nebraska. 1-1 from Pecco. And that clips the low inside corner on a fastball. He's down 1-2. Tyler Cate had a fantastic walk-up song, by the way. How Do You Like Me Now by Toby Keith. So, fun fact there. Fantastic song. 1-2, 1 out. And that one's hit down the third base line. Pushed, but goes foul. The left-handed hitting Tyler Cate, who was playing his 22nd game for Kokomo, batting .286 with 24 hits, 2 doubles, 8 RBIs, and has been walked 16 times as well. 1-2 again from Pecco. And that one's fouled off on a breaking ball. Pecco went to the curve there. Tyler Cate, 4 stolen bases, has an on-base percentage of .417. One, two. And he swings and misses at an elevated fastball. Strikeout number 3 for Ethan Pecco. And the Woodchucks are looking to strand Roman Kuntz on the base path after he reached second on the error by Colin Brigham at first base. And in order to do so, they need to retire Colby Avon, the catcher. First pitch from Pecco. Curveball in there, 4-1. It's kind of like more so of a slurve from Pecco. It has very slider-esque motion, but also curveball motion. It usually goes from 11 to 4, as this one's hit over to Brennan Holt, 4-3 between the Oklahoma State Cowboys, and that is how the inning will end. So Kokomo strands Roman Kuntz at third after he reaches on second on the first at bat of this inning, and we're still scoreless through 2 here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. We'll be back for the third on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet. Track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
We head into the third inning between Kokomo and Wausau. First matchup of 4 this season between the Jackrabbits and the Woodchucks. 2 here and then 2 back in Wausau in July. And Simon Sherry, the 8-hitter, will see the plate for the first time here for the Woodchucks. And first pitch from Kobe Essien in there for strike 1. And he goes breaking ball for ball 1 outside to Sherry, the Evansville ace, as well as Brent Witter, the other Evansville ace on this roster for Wausau. 1-1. Sherry swings this one into the area of Tyler Cate, and he won't be able to make the throw in time. That'll definitely be an infield single for Simon Sherry, as that one nearly split the gap between Christensen and Cate over there between third and short. Cate just couldn't get to it in time, make a quick trigger. And the first hit of the board for either side goes to Simon Sherry tonight. Leadoff single here in the third. And the Woodchucks have a no-out base runner. And now the 9-hitter Brennan Holt steps in. The Oklahoma State Cowboy playing second base tonight. The Baton Rouge, Louisiana native. One 0 coming from Essien to Holt. And Holt takes that one on a changeup in there for strike 1. Brennan Holt now playing in his 7th game, making his 6th start for the Woodchucks, batting .167, has 3 hits, 3 RBIs, 4 runs scored, 3 walks, as Essien checks over to Kim at first base, holding Simon Sherry. Nothing doing between Essien and Kim. 1-1. And Simon Sherry takes. Throw back from Colby Avon to Kim as Simon Sherry got a pretty big lead at first base. But the throw not in time to pick off Simon Sherry at first. So the leadoff man still over there at first base. And the 2-1 from Asian. And Holt fouls back a fastball, and it's a 2-2 count. Brennan Holt played in 34 games, started 9 this past spring for Oklahoma State, a team who made it to the NCAA regionals. In fact, hosted their own regional, but lost the first 2 games they played in to Dallas Baptist and Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts, of course, making that improbable run to Omaha before being short-ended by Florida and TCU. And Simon Sherry gets checked back over at first base again. Speaking of, as we speak, the championship series between Florida and LSU. Game 1 is on right now. 2-2. And Brennan Holt swings and misses. And that's the second strikeout of the game for Asian. And that'll bring back up the top of the order and Dalton Pearson. Dalton Pearson, who is looking for his first hit since the game against Lakeshore on Thursday night. That game going to extras, a 9-5 win for Wausau behind a 4-run 10th inning. And this guy right here, he started it. He hit the first single, and there is one hit down the left field line by Pearson. He'll be heading to second base, and Simon Sherry will be stopped at third as that'll be a ground rule double. And Simon Sherry will have to come back to third base. That ball got stuck underneath the left field wall. It's the first time we've seen that all season. It'll be a ground rule double for Dalton Pearson. And like I mentioned, he's looking for his first hit since that game against Lakeshore where he had 2 doubles. He had a leadoff double in the first and then a 4th inning RBI double. And now with 1 out, he's at second, and Simon Sherry is at third base. Dalton Pearson on a tear. As he now has just hit his 7th double of the season, which leads this team. And overall his 27th hit. This guy knows how to hit a baseball and does it really well. Like I mentioned, he's batting .342 coming in. And now he's 1 for 2 tonight. 1 out double here in the third. Second hit of the game for Wausau. And in this inning, Simon Sherry now at third. And coming to the plate is Jesse Donahoe, who has a great chance to score both these guys if he can get the third hit of the game in for Wausau. He takes breaking ball for strike 1 from Asian. 0-1. And Donahoe over to Tyler Cade at shortstop, and the throw to Isaac Kim will be in time, but that is an RBI for Jesse Donahoe as Simon Sherry comes home. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Chucks. Dalton Pearson now at third. And Donahoe picks up the first RBI of the game. Brent Witter looking to make this a 2-0 ball game now. And he'll bunt this one right back to Kobe Asian. Was not a bad idea by Witter if he could put it down the first base line, not more so directly right back to Asian at the pitching mound. But Wausau does add a run, and they lead it 1-0 through 2.5 played here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. We'll be back for the bottom of the third on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet, track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan, offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
Woodchucks had one off an RBI by Jesse Donahoe. 2 hits in the third, and the first 2 hits of the game on the board for either side. As heading back out now with a 1-0 lead comes Ethan Pecco. Last time Pecco started, it was a 1-0 loss for the Chucks as they fell at the hands of the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders on Father's Day last Sunday, which before this 6-game road trip started, that was the last game they played on the road. And now as Pecco back out for the third inning of work, he's facing off against the second baseman, Luis Pimentel Guerrero. And Pimentel Guerrero down 0-2 off a couple fastballs by Pecco. Pimentel Guerrero from Xavier University and by way of Burlington, Ohio. 0-2. Pecco goes high fastball. And that is ball 1. Pimentel Guerrero playing in his 8th game for Kokomo, batting .214 with 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs, 7 walks. 1-2. And that's a swing and a miss. 4th strikeout for Ethan Pecco. And I feel like I say that very often. 2 strikeouts in the first. 1 the second, now 1 here to start things off in the third. And now comes the 9-hitter, Brock Boynton. Brock Boynton, the left fielder tonight for Kokomo, takes first pitch fastball inside for ball 1. Brock Boynton. Sees another one go by for ball 2. The Quincy University man from Osceola, Indiana. So him and Essien, Quincy teammates, as he hits that one off the arm of Ethan Pecco into the bullpen for the Jackrabbits. And the count is 2-1. And Pecco goes low fastball for ball 3. 3-1 count between Boynton and Pecco. With the top of the order and Trevor Winterstein on deck. 3-1. And that misses inside. 5-pitch walk to Boynton. First base runner allowed of the game for Pecco, as both base runners have reached on error. And now with 1 out and a runner on, the top of the order, and Trevor Winterstein, the center fielder, back up for the second time. Was the first of 4 strikeouts so far for Pecco. As Pecco checks back over to Boynton at first base. And he's just fine over there. Pecco to Winterstein. And Winterstein ground ball. Brent Witter. 5-4. Not in time for 3. But Witter able to throw it to Brennan Holt at second for a 5-4 putout of Brock Boynton. Trevor Winterstein reaches on fielder's choice there. And now with 2 outs and a runner on first comes Noah Christensen. Noah Christensen, the third baseman, takes fastball on the outer edge for strike 1. Christensen, the University of Sioux Falls product from Buffalo, Minnesota, like I mentioned, in his first at bat. Boynton's off to second. Great throw from Jake English, but it will be in time as Boynton slid off the bag. Brock Boynton slid off the bag at second, and Brennan Holt kept the tag on as Boynton slid off, and that is how out number 3 is recorded here. Or that was Trevor Winterstein who stole, rather, and was caught stealing. So Winterstein out on the base path, and that is how the inning ends for the Jackrabbits. Woodchucks up 1-0 after 3 here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com. And we're back. Well, Charlton with you on the Woodchucks Baseball Network. Top of the 4th inning here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium as Drew Berkland steps in for the second time, facing off against Kobe Asian, and his breaking ball curve was in there for strike 1. Berkland flew out in the second in his first at-bat, the cleanup hitter tonight for the Chucks. And he takes a fastball outside for ball 1. As Berkland, who has 9 hits in his last 6 games, was 9 in the last 5 before last night. Currently on a 7-game on-base streak, fouls that one off for strike 2. 1-2 count now. Third of 6 games on the road in a row for the Chucks, as it's the first of 2 here in Kokomo these next couple of nights. Tomorrow night will be a 5:05 first pitch here in the Eastern Time Zone, so 4:05 back in Wausau, or if you're just in the Central Time Zone in general. 2-2, Berkland, ground ball. Tyler Cate fields it and throws it not in time to Isaac Kim. Infield single for Drew Berkland. And back-to-back innings with the leadoff man aboard for the Chucks. Berkland, his 18th hit of the season. And Berkland, a guy who can steal some bags. He does have 3 on the season. The Woodchucks are a very aggressive base-running team. First pitch now to Colin Brigham, up for the second time. And Brigham watches a changeup go low. Brigham hit a foul flyout in his first at-bat. The Oklahoma State Cowboy, 1-0 from Asian. Foul back on a fastball. Brigham, who's playing in his 8th game, making his 8th start for Wausau, batting .233 with 7 hits, 3 doubles, 3 RBIs, 3 walks, and 5 runs. In fact, those 3 doubles have come in the last 3 games he's played on, and he's on a 3-game hit streak as well. 1-1. And it looked like it could have been a pitch-out throw as Asian was throwing an outside fastball high to maybe get prime position for catcher Colby Avon behind the plate to try and make a throw over to second in case Berkland went, but he didn't. And it's a 2-1 count. And a breaking ball, sliders in there for strike 2. The 2-2 to Brigham in, and he fouls it off on a fastball near the low inside corner, and the count is still 2-2. Brigham has really been finding some rhythm as of late at the plate. Didn't play in last night's 10-2 loss, but in the 9-5 win, he had an RBI double and a walk. And Brigham takes outside a curveball for ball 3, making the count full with no outs here in the 4th. Brigham, like mentioned, has been seeing the ball relatively well lately. And the 3-2, fouled off again. Brigham has a total of 5 hits in the last 3 games, as well as those 3 doubles in the last 3 games. So he's, I guess if you want to technically say he's on a 3-game double streak, you're allowed to say that, because that would be the case. He has doubles in the last 3 games played, and the count is still full, payoff with no outs. And Brigham takes high on a curveball, and he is off to first base. And now runners on first and second with no outs here in the 4th. First base coach Hudson Bilodeau will give a fist bump to Brigham. And field manager Brock Moss, who mans third base, trying to give direction to the offense. And Jake English steps up once again. He put a bunt down, but popped it up foul. Kokomo wearing Halloween-themed jerseys tonight. Apparently these are to be auctioned off, but they're Halloween-themed. It's like a Halloween theme night here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Not too sure why, but apparently they're saying it's Hallow Weekend here. As Jake English swings through another breaking ball. And the count's 0-2. Woodchucks just in their away grays with the blue sleeves on the top. But Kokomo in cream pants and the black and orange Halloween-themed jerseys. Jake English down the first base line, but foul. That's where he had both his singles last night, was over into right field, pushed by the Kansas Jayhawk catcher. Try the 0-2 again between English and Asian. And English hits this one into right field this time. Drew Berkland will probably tag up, and able to make the grab way out there in right field was Kyan Lotus. I think he thought the ball was going to be played more in than it was, because he kind of bolted at the last second. And fortunately for the Jackrabbits, he's able to get there, but that would have been a huge break for the Woodchucks if Kyan Lotus didn't field that properly. But Drew Berkland tags up to third base there as English retired for the first time tonight. Reached on error back in the second. And now Brady Jurgella comes up. And Jurgella fouls that one off. He was on a 5-game hit streak before the Thursday night affair in Mequon against Lakeshore. The 9-5 win in extras for the Chucks. But still on a 16-game on-base streak is Jurgella. 0-1, 1 out. And Dragella hits this one to Luis Pimento Guerrero, and he won't be able to get out Colin Brighamon at second as he kind of fumbled the ball at first. So Pimento Guerrero, because he can't turn two, it's now 2-zip Chucks. Drew Berkland scores on home. We'll have to see later on if Dragella will be credited the RBI for that one. I can't imagine he will be. But it's now 2-0 Chucks with Brighamon still at second base and Simon Sherry stepping up for the second time. Sherry hits the first pitch he sees and fouls it off. The Santa Claus, Indiana native, back in his home state. Also back in his state where he plays college baseball, the Evansville Ace, Evansville, Indiana. More so southern Indiana. This is central and a bit more north, I guess you would say, than south. Looks to be geographically about 30, 40 miles north of Indianapolis here in Kokomo. 1-1 to Sherry. And he takes a breaking ball on the lower half for strike two. 1-2 count to Sherry. 12 hits and 4 RBIs. Could add another one here. And Sherry sees a low fastball. 4-2. Sherry had 65 hits this past season at Evansville, which was third on that Aces team. And he also played and started every game with the Aces. 2-2. And Sherry into right field. Brighamon is going to be sent home by Brock Moss. And the throw from right field will be in time as Brighamon slid it in there a little too early. Brock Moss trying to get aggressive with the Chucks on offense here. And the throw in time from Kyan Lotus in right does not allow Brighamon to score. It's still a single for Sherry, his second single of the game. But Brighamon thrown out at home after coming from second. And that is how the inning will end. They had another, though, and Chucks lead it 2-zip. Into the bottom of the fourth we go here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com. Two-0 lead for the Chucks into the bottom of the fourth inning we go, and because of the fact that Ethan Pecco went 3 full innings, which he was only allowed to go because Ethan Pecco, more than likely, looking at the draft boards for the MLB draft, he's done after 3 full innings tonight, allowing no runs, no hits, striking out 4 and only walking 1. So very nice outing for Ethan Pecco. And if the Woodchucks are able to stay in front, which they are right now, he'll be credited with the win as well. Into the game now comes Theo Zeidler, the Bradley Brave from Swamico, Wisconsin. Zeidler also came in relief for Pecco last Sunday after his 5 innings pitched. And now here he is again. And he's first facing off against Noah Christensen, who hits that one foul right over to Austin Alexander at third base for the Jackrabbits. Over at first for the Jackrabbits is Sonny Sunigal. Our field manager is Johnston Hobbs, and their pitching coach is Chris DeBon. 1-2 to Christensen from Zeidler, and this one is hit into center field by Christensen. Leadoff single here in the 4th for the Jackrabbits. Their first hit is on the board. Zeidler giving up his 11th hit of the season. He's 0-1 and is making his 5th appearance with a 5.63 ERA, 2 flat whip, 8 full innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, 10 hits allowed, 6 runs, 5 earned, 6 walks, and a .294 opposing batting average. And now he's facing off against the left-handed hitting Kyan Lotus. Kyan Lotus, the Kansas State Wildcat from Omaha, Nebraska. And he takes strike 1 from Zeidler for a 1-1 count. Christensen still at first base, second time he's reached tonight already. And first pitch swung at by Lotus. 4-6-3 double play by the Chucks as Lotus grounded it right to Brennan Holt. And Simon Cherry was waiting for it to turn 2, and it is turned successfully. 4-6-3 double play. And Zeidler makes Lotus ground into it. So after the leadoff single by Christensen, there's now 2 outs on the board here. And Zeidler looking to go technically 1-2-3, only facing off against 3 batters here in the 4th as Roman Kuntz, who reached on air and got to second base, up for the second time. Zeidler last Sunday against Fond du Lac went 2 full innings, picking up the loss, gave up 3 hits and the 1 run of the entire game. Walked a couple, faced off against 11 batters. And Kuntz watches an off-speed, it just missed outside for ball 2. And the 2-0 ripped down the first base line, but foul by Kuntz. Kuntz hit it that way on the reach on error back in the 2nd. That Colin Brigham couldn't get a good glove on. 2-zip Chucks. 2-1. Grounded over to Brigham. This time, Brigham's able to clean it. Play it cleanly. And he records out number 3 by picking it up himself and stepping on the bag. And that is not exactly 1-2-3 inning, but Zeidler only faces 3 batters. And the Chucks still hold a 2-0 lead over the Kokomo Jackrabbits after 4 full here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. You're listening to Woodchucks Baseball on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But 1 person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of 1.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Top of the 5th inning coming your way. Here from Kokomo, Indiana, as Kobe Essien out for inning number 5 of work, facing off against the Woodchucks in order of 8-9, or 9 then top, as Brendan Holt steps in for the second time. And he hits this one into shallow center field, but to where it's easily playable for Tyler Kate on a infield pop-out. So Brendan Holt retired for the second time tonight. And now that brings up Dalton Pearson. Dalton Pearson, the Johns Creek, Georgia native, up for the third time, had the leadoff or the one-out double in the third. 1 for 2. Another double this season for Dalton Pearson. He had 2 against Madison and the comeback win, including the game-winning RBI single in the 10th. Pearson puts a bunt down. That's going to stay in the infield, and that'll be an infield single on a bunt for Dalton Pearson. He played that perfectly. Died down in the infield. Just softly put it down to where all catcher Colby Avon could do was look at it. And it just is put down perfectly in the turf as Avon has to watch Dalton Pearson easily make it to first base. Pearson, a speedster, 13 stolen bases as well. So if you're Kobe Essien, you got to make sure that you hold him at first base. He's already got a pretty big lead. And now Jesse Donahoe up for the third time with 1 out here in the 5th. Donahoe 0 for 1 with an RBI and a walk, as he was the guy who drove in the first run of the game, scoring Simon Sherry. And that one gets away from Avon behind the plate. Dalton Pearson will take a look around second base to see if that ball will get any further away, but it doesn't. He's now at second base. Wild pitch thrown by Kobe Essien. Still nothing going on in the Jackrabbit bullpen, so I'd have to imagine that Essien will be going for a bit longer, as he has gone over 5 full in every outing this season he's had. 2-0 to Donahoe. And that one clips the low outside corner on a fastball. Strike 1 from the Quincy University man from Mahomet, Illinois. Quincy University, of course, in Quincy, Illinois. Kobe Essien. 2-1 to the Georgia State Panther. Dalton Pearson's off to third base. He got a great jump on it, as Essien wasn't even looking at him. He was already halfway down the third baseline before the pitch is even thrown. Dalton Pearson now at third base. All Donahoe has to do to pick up a second RBI of the game is hit one into the outfield. The deep outfield, rather, that is. 3-1 to Donahoe. And he watches that one clip the outer edge on a fastball for strike 2. Payoff pitch, 1 out. Donahoe takes a breaking ball on a curveball just outside, and runners now on the corners. With 1 out only here in the 5th, as Brent Witter will step back in. Witter 0 for 2, including a grounded into a double play and just a ground out. Actually, Kobe Essien, his first start of the season against Kalamazoo was only 1 inning, where he gave up 2 hits, 5 runs, all earned, and a 10-9 win against the Growlers. And he throws first pitch fastball to Brent Witter. Strike one. 0-1 to Witter now. Witter over the head of Tyler Cate, who almost fields it. That would have been a phenomenal grab at shortstop by Tyler Cate, who robbed Brent Witter of an RBI single for sure. He got some air there. I mean, he jumped so high for that. That was incredible. Tyler Cate almost made what would have been a remarkable grab. Just can't get it into his glove completely. But now runners on every base as Brent Witter picks up the 6th hit of the night already for the Chucks, as opposed to the Kokomo's 1. So Chucks are on the pond here in Kokomo against the Jackrabbits. Only one out, and Drew Berkland coming to the plate. Drew Berkland. One for two with a run. And first pitch, slider from Asian misses low and outside, ball 1. 2 runs on 6 hits and 2 errors for the Chucks. No runs on only 1 hit and a single error for the Jackrabbits. 1-0 to Berkland. Low fastball, ball 2. Colin Brigham on deck if Berkland is able to get on, and we're going to have a mound visit coming. For Kokomo, as Sonny Senegal is going to go out there and talk to Kobe Asian. And now it looks like they're going to get some action working in the Jackrabbit bullpen, as warmed up appears to be Elias Fiddler. That is an awesome name, Elias Fiddler. 2-0 from Asian to Berkland. Berkland into center field. And Brock Moss going to hold Donahoe at third, but that is an RBI single in the second of the game for Drew Berkland. 3-zip Chucks. Dalton Pearson made his way home. And runners stay occupied at every base as Donahoe at third, and now Witter at second, and now Drew Berkland at first base. The second hit of the night for Drew Berkland, who's nearing 20 hits on the season now. Colin Brigham steps in and takes a powerful swing at a curveball. Just missed it off the arm of Kobe Asian. 3-zip Chucks here in the 5th. Looking for a 16th win of the season and to take this opening game. And Brigham fouls back an inside fastball. He's down 0-2. In 2021, when these two teams last met 4 times in the same season, Great Lakes East versus Great Lakes West, it was 1-1 here in Kokomo and 1-1 in Wausau. And Brigham fouls off the 0-2 and stays alive. Oh, 2 from Asian, and that misses just inside on a fastball, according to Cree Wallen behind the plate. Cree Wallen calling that an inside fastball, and that looked really close to the strike zone. But in 2021 with Kokomo, it was a 5-1 loss and a 5-0 win here at Municipal Stadium, as Brigham takes a curveball on the low outside corner for strike 3. And he goes down looking. 3rd strikeout of the game for Asian, and his first since the 3rd inning. As Jake English will step on, hoping to avoid leaving bases loaded, stranded, and extend this already 3-0 lead for Wausau. Jake English will take an off-speed for strike one from Asian. Oh, 1, 2 outs. And English watches another breaking ball in there. But that one misses high from Asian. Jake English, the catcher for the Chucks, looking to put them above even more. And he takes a high fastball, 2-1 count. Jake English, who had 35 hits total, batting .219 this past spring for the Kansas Jayhawks of the Big 12 Conference. 4 doubles, a triple, 10 home runs, which was tied for third on that Jayhawks team. And English takes a curveball low and outside, 3-1 count. Kobe Asian in a big hole here for the Jackrabbits. 3-1. English in the air to center field. Winterstein is watching it and grabs it, and that is how the inning will end for Wausau on offense. But they add another one here and leave bases loaded, stranded. It's 3-0 Wausau after an RBI single by Drew Birkland. And we'll head into the bottom of the 6th inning here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet. Track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Bottom of the 6th inning here, or bottom of the 5th inning, coming your way on the Woodchucks Baseball Network as Theo Zeidler into his second full inning of work. And he's facing off first against Isaac Kim, who watched the fastball go by him. 1-1 counts from Zeidler to Kim. And Zeidler goes breaking ball low and outside. I'd have to imagine that Kobe Asian's day is probably done after 5 full innings. 2-1 from Zeidler, and that one misses outside. 3-1 to Isaac Kim. Zeidler, and that one's hit into deep left field by Isaac Kim, and that one is out of here. Home run for the Jackrabbits. Isaac Kim will round the bases, and they're on the board here in the 5th. Isaac Kim picking up his 2nd home run of the season right there, and his 15th hit off the arm of Theo Zeidler. And now up to the plate is Tyler Cate, the shortstop, who takes a ball for the first pitch of the at-bat from Zeidler. Tyler Cate sees another one go by him for ball 2. His 21 games played coming in were the 2nd most by any player on this roster for the Jackrabbits, behind Carson Hesser, as this one is hit into right field by Tyler Cate, but watching it and grabbing it is Drew Birkland out there for out number 1. That's more like it rather than a powerful home run. As now Colby Avon comes to the plate for the 2nd time. The catcher tonight for Kokomo. And first time facing off against Theo Zeidler, and he watches strike 1 go by him on an off-speed. 0-1 from the Swamico, Wisconsin native, Zeidler to Colby Avon. The Nova Southeastern University product from Davie, Florida. And this one is hit right over the glove of Zeidler. Brennan Holt able to get there and make the play for out number 2. Zeidler had a chance for it to be a line out into his glove, but instead Brennan Holt able to get there quick enough to, I'm not going to say rob Avon of a single, but avoid him being able to beat out a throw at least. And now after the solo shot by Isaac Kim, Colby Avon grounds out and Luis Pimentel Guerrero steps in. Pimentel Guerrero, 1-0, and ground ball. Brennan Holt fields it but doesn't play it cleanly. And that'll certainly go down as an error. That'll be the 3rd error of the game on the Woodchucks. And an E4 keeps the inning alive as Pimentel Guerrero reaches on an E4. And that'll bring up Brock Boynton, the 9 hitter, for the 2nd time tonight. Boynton takes high fastball from Zeidler for ball 1. As Boynton playing in his 8th game for Kokomo, only batting at a clip of .095 with only 2 hits and 21 at-bats. 3 RBIs, though, and 4 walks. As this one is hit into foul territory, and Brent Witter will watch it go over into the stands. (1-1) now to Brock Boynton. The Quincy University product. This one's hit into left field again, but Brady Jurgella will be able to grab it for out number 3. So after allowing the home run, Theo Zeidler calms down and settles in nicely. But Kokomo puts one on the board and puts a second hit on the board. 3-1 Chucks after 5 here in Kokomo.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
We're here for the start of the 6th inning as the Woodchucks hold a lead of 3-1. And there's a new pitcher in the game for the Kokomo Jackrabbits. I was a little confused at first because they're wearing these different jerseys, and on the roster, number 10 is Elias Fiddler, but on the mound instead is actually C.J. Fleeman. And his first pitch was a strike to Jurgella, and Jurgella hits this one into shallow center field, but Winterstein is there to make the grab on Jurgella. And he is retired for the 3rd time tonight. 0 for 3 now is Jurgella, but C.J. Fleeman, who's wearing number 10 tonight in the game to pitch for the Kokomo Jackrabbits, usually number 18. But now he is in there to pitch, and he is now facing off against Simon Sherry, who is 2 for 2 and should have had an RBI single. But Colin Brigham was tagged out at the plate. 1-0 after the left-hander's first pitch misses, and Simon Sherry watches one hit the turf field here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium, shared between the Kokomo Jackrabbits and the Indiana University Kokomo Cougars. C.J. Fleeman coming in for the 5th time this season for the Jackrabbits. Has an ERA of 4.7, a whip of 2.48, an opposing batting average of 290. Has gone 7 2/3 so far. As Sherry watches another one go by for ball 2. 2-1 with 1 out. And Fleeman misses high on a fastball. The count is 3-1. Given up 9 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, 10 walks, and has struck out 4 batters, has C.J. Fleeman. 3-1, 1 out. And Simon Sherry will take that one low. He reaches for the third time today. It's a one-out walk here in the sixth for the Chucks. C.J. Fleeman, the Missouri Southern State University product from Columbus, Nebraska, has just given up his first base runner of the game, and Simon Sherry is aboard with one out. And now the 9-hitter, Brennan Holt from Oklahoma State, will come to the plate for the third time. He's 0-2. C.J. Fleeman, lefty-lefty matchup. And Brennan Holt way ahead of a breaking ball for strike one. Fleeman kind of comes in with a somewhat submarine-esque style, throwing from a side angle as a lefty. And he'll check back over to Simon Sherry at first base with Isaac Kim holding him. Nothing doing, though. Oh, one out. Simon Sherry's off the second base. That one gets way away from Fleeman. In fact, the fastball went behind Brennan Holt, so Simon Sherry easily standing up at second base, as he was trying to steal second anyway, and he is in there easily. Simon Sherry's 11-game on-base streak now at 12 after the 2 singles and the walk here in the sixth. 1-1 count to Holt. And the changeup is in there for strike one, or strike two rather. Brendan Holt looking to get aboard for the first time and keep this sixth inning alive for Wausau, trying to answer the one-run fifth by the Jackrabbits. 1-2 to Holt. Simon Sherry, pretty big lead at second. And Holt hits this one in the air to center. And Winterstein is there to make the grab. The second time he's had to come up in center field this inning. And 2 outs put on the board with Dalton Pearson stepping in once again. Pearson 2 for 3. With a double, a run, and a stolen base. Had himself another really good night is the Georgia State Panther. And he loves hitting against lefties. And Fleeman goes breaking ball outside for ball one. So it'll be a 1-0 count between Fleeman and Dalton Pearson. Missouri Southern State versus Georgia State. 1-0. Pearson swings and misses ahead of the breaking ball. He sees lefties very well, he's told me, in the past. 1-1. And he pulls this one down the third base line, goes into the Kokomo dugout. And that'll be strike two. 1-2 count between Pearson and Fleeman. And he's looking to keep this inning alive with a runner in scoring position in Simon Sherry. Fleeman's 1-2. And Pearson takes inside on a changeup. And the count is 2-2. Two outs. With Simon Sherry still at second base. The pitch. And it's outside. Make that a full count. The Great Lakes West is insane as we talk in terms of standing wise. 26 games through, only 10 more to go until the first half point where the winner gets an automatic bid to the Northwoods League playoffs. Payoff pitch, 2 outs to Pearson, and he fouls it off on an outside breaking ball. It's a tie between these Chucks and the Green Bay Rockers, who are currently facing off against the Kenosha Kingfish following a sweep of the Madison Mallards, who the Woodchucks are 5-1 against and don't play the Mallards again until after the first half concludes. We'll try the payoff pitch once again. And that one misses high. It's a 2-out walk to Pearson. He's on for the 3rd time. But like I was saying, if the Woodchucks are able to win the first half, which they are tied for first right now, they will have an automatic bid to the Northwoods League playoffs for a 2nd straight season. Went to the postseason last year, but fell at the hands of that incredible Wisconsin Rapids team who won 57 games a season ago. Lost 2-1 in that playoff series to the Rafters. Jesse Donahoe up for the 3rd time. 4th time, rather, now. 0 for 1 with 2 walks and an RBI. Right now would be a great time to keep some offense working and put his first hit of the game on the board. As we speak, the Green Bay Rockers trail Kenosha 2-1 in the bottom of the 7th. And Madison up 15-0 over Traverse City, so they're well on their way to beating the Pit Spitters tonight. Wisconsin Rapids not in action tonight. Or they are in action. They're facing off against Battle Creek. They're down 2-0 on the top of the 9th in Battle Creek, Michigan, the place where the Woodchucks will be heading next. Face off against the Battle Jacks. Wisconsin Rapids down 2-0 in the top of the 9th. Jesse Donahoe takes outside, 4-pitch walk. And the bases now juice for Brent Witter. 3rd walk of the game for Jesse Donahoe. As Sherry now at 3rd, Pearson at 2nd, and Donahoe at 1st. All have been walked here in the 3rd. 3 walks in 2/3 innings pitched allowed by C.J. Fleeman. So it looks like Wisconsin Rapids will fall to 14-12. Madison on the way to 15-12. So they'll jump Wisconsin Rapids in the standings, and they'll be on a 3-game win streak after tonight. If the Rockers fall at the hands of the Kingfish, they'll be 15-12. If the Woodchucks are able to win tonight, with all those things happening, they'll be alone in first place heading into tomorrow in the Great Lakes West. Kokomo currently in 4th place in the Great Lakes East. 0-1 to Brent Witter from C.J. Fleeman. Lefty-righty matchup. And Witter down the right field line will go into the grass area down along right field over the bullpen of the Woodchucks. Oh, 2 to Witter. With bases loaded and 2 outs, Witter swings and misses, and he is tagged out on a drop 3rd by Avon, and that is how the inning will end. Wausau strands 3 once again tonight. And do not add a run for the first time since the 2nd. It's still 3-1 Wausau. You're listening to Woodchucks Baseball on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Bottom of the 6th inning, here tonight in Kokomo. First matchup of 4 this season between the Jackrabbits and the Chucks. As Theo Zeidler entering inning number 3 of work back out there to face off against the Jackrabbits in order of 1, 2, 3, starting off with Trevor Winterstein. Winterstein takes low and inside for ball 2-2-0 between Winterstein and Zeidler. The Bradley Brave and Winterstein, who hits this one foul down the first base line. The Augustana University product in Rock Island, Illinois. Also from Omaha, Nebraska. The Kokomo Jackrabbits make their way up to Athletic Park on July 22nd and 23rd. So just about a month from tonight is when these two teams will see each other for the 3rd and 4th time. Those two will be in Wausau. But tonight, for now, we're here in Kokomo, Indiana. That's a 3-1 between Zeidler and Winterstein. Winterstein into left field. Leadoff single by the leadoff man. And it's the 3rd hit of the game for the Kokomo Jackrabbits. All off the arm of Theo Zeidler so far. Winterstein reaches for the 2nd time, as he technically reached on fielder's choice in the 3rd. Well, not technically, he did reach on fielder's choice in the 3rd, but then was caught stealing. So Winterstein back on the base path. And it's now 1-0 count to Noah Christensen, the 3rd baseman. Zeidler checks back over to Brigham at first, making sure Winterstein isn't going anywhere. He wasn't, at least for now. 1-0 to Christensen. Zeidler misses low on a fastball. Warming up in the pen right now for the Woodchucks is Andalo Santangelo, who will probably be the pitcher to come in relief for Theo Zeidler. 2-0. And that one's in there for strike 1 on a fastball. And Zeidler will check back over to first base. And Winterstein back there safely. Noah Christensen, the University of Sioux Falls man, facing off against the Bradley Brave Zeidler. And Zeidler throws fastball again for strike 2. Zeidler doesn't have any strikeouts yet in this outing. It has looked solid. Outside fastball, the count's full at 3-2. Zeidler has not allowed a walk yet in 2 innings plus of work, but it has allowed 3 hits, 1 being a home run. And this one's hit into right field by Christensen. Berkland there to make the grab and getting a big jump was Winterstein, but he has to retreat back to first. Kyan Lotus steps back in for the Jackrabbits with the runner still on first base in Trevor Winterstein. And first pitch from Zeidler is a fastball, and Winterstein just stays on the base just barely. And he is able to get in on a delayed steal. So double play ball out of effect. And a runner in scoring position for the Jackrabbits here in the bottom of the sixth. Theo Zeidler facing off against Kyan Lotus. And Lotus watches fastball go by for strike one off the arm of Zeidler. Zeidler usually in about the 86 to 89 range with his fastball. The Swamico, Wisconsin native. The Bradley Brave, who just finished up his freshman season with Bradley. And his fastball misses inside and low. Only made 6 appearances with 3 starts. 0-2 record. 9.95 ERA, but Brock Moss is going to come out, signal to the bullpen to bring in Andalo Santangelo. And that will do it for Theo Zeidler, who goes 2 1/3 and will be relieved by Andalo Santangelo. We'll talk about him in just a moment. We'll step aside as he warms up here at the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet. Track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
Welcome back. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning. It's a 2-1 count to Kyan Lotus with 1 out, and into the game after 2 1/3 by Theo Zeidler comes on to Lo Santangelo, the fellow Towson Tiger like Ethan Pecco. Santangelo will be inheriting a 2-1 count, facing off against the left-handed batting Kyan Lotus, who is 0 for 2. And Lotus swings to the first pitch he sees, but goes foul over toward Colin Brigham at first base and toward first base coach Sonny Sunigal. 2-2. Now between Lotus and Santangelo, who we'll talk about in just a moment. And Santangelo goes fastball just outside. Santangelo, the Telluride, Colorado native from Towson University, just finished up his junior year with the Towson Tigers. Making his 7th appearance, has a 1-0 record of 4.26 ERA, 2.05 walks and hits per innings pitched rate. Has gone 6 1/3. Grounded into right field, and more than likely will be an RBI single for Kyan Lotus, and it will be. And the Jackrabbits makes the 3-2 ball game. So now 3-2 Woodchucks. As now with 1 out. And already a run scored here in the 6th. Roman Kuntz steps back in for the Jackrabbits. And Kuntz hits this one into right field. Back-to-back singles off the arm of Andalo Santangelo since coming in the game. So now runners on first and second. And that's now the 3rd single of the inning for the Jackrabbits. Winterstein, Lotus, and Kuntz all with singles now here in the 6th. For hits 3, 4, and 5 of the night. And now comes Isaac Kim, who had the home run, putting the Jackrabbits on the board tonight in the 5th. Santangelo goes fastball and misses low for ball 1. Santangelo has struck out 6, allowed 9 hits coming in. 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks, and has an opposing batting average of .333. 1-0 to Isaac Kim from Santangelo. And that one misses low again, 2-0 count. Santangelo usually a fastball changeup pitcher. His breaking ball usually a slider. And it's taken low on a changeup. And the count's 3-0. Santangelo risking loading the bases. As already warming up in the bullpen for the Chucks is Cesar Avila. And that one misses inside on a fastball. Isaac Kim off to first base. Bases are loaded with only 1 out here. In the 6th, Kokomo looking to tie or take the lead. First time the Jackrabbits have had runners on every base tonight. Woodchucks in a jam. And now Tyler Cate comes back up. He's 0 for 2. First pitch from Santangelo, outside fastball. To the University of Sioux Falls product, Tyler Cate. Ross Davis, the pitching coach, heading out there to talk to Andalo Santangelo after he's allowed 2 singles and a walk since coming in for Theo Zeidler. And Cesar Avila might be seeing some time out of the pen very soon. As Ross Davis coming out there to try and cool off Santangelo, calm him down a little bit. As everyone will disperse. And it'll be a 1-0 count between Tyler Cate and Andalo Santangelo. 1-0. And Santangelo goes with a high breaking ball that counts 2-0. He missed his spot again. 2-0. And Santangelo finds his spot with a fastball low in the zone. 2-1 with bases loaded. A ground ball would be very nice right now for Wausau. 2-1. And Santangelo misses high on a fastball and outside. 3-1 counts. Santangelo looking to risk walking a run home. Only has 4 walks on the season and already has 1 in this outing. 3-1. And it's taken low. The game is tied. Three, and the bases stay loaded with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 spot here so far by the Jackrabbits, and they're looking for more. This is where stranding bases loaded 2 different times for the Woodchucks really hurts. And I mean really, really hurts. That's 6 runs you could have possibly scored, and instead you have none. High fastball by Santangelo, ball 1 to Colby Avon. Colby Avon 0 for 2. Has a chance to give Kokomo their first lead of the game. 1-0. And Santangelo misses again with a fastball. And Brock Moss has seen enough from Santangelo. With bases loaded, he's going to call to the pen and bring in Cesar Avila. After Santangelo comes in, allows two singles, and then back-to-back walks in 4 batters faced. Goes less than a third, and Cesar Avila comes in. We'll step aside as Avila gets warmed up here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But 1 person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of 1.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
With bases loaded, and after allowing 2 singles and 2 walks, Andalo Santangelo's night is ended. After not even going a third of an inning, Cesar Vila inherits a bases loaded as he throws first pitch fastball to Colby Avon. Also inheriting a 2-1 count to Avon is Cesar Avila, the University of the Cumberland's product in Kentucky. He's looking to come in a big way for Wausau with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Avon fouls off that one. It's strike 2. Making his 7th appearance with a 2-0 record, 1 save, 0 flat ERA still in the season, 1.32 walks and hits per innings pitched rate, 8 1/3 pitched. Has struck out 10, allowed 8 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, and has an opposing batting average of .267, does Cesar Avila, the right-hander from Livingston, California. 2-2 to Colby Avon from Avila. And this one is in the air into center field. Dalton Pearson will make the grab, but tagging up from third is Roman Kuntz. And Kokomo has taken the lead here in the 6th. Four to 3 Jackrabbits. With 2 outs now here in the 6th. 3 spot in this inning for Kokomo. And out the runner still on first and second comes Luis Pimentel Guerrero from Xavier University. And Pimentel Guerrero takes outside. And in the zone for strike 1 from Cesar Avila, who last made his appearance against Madison in that extra inning win. 0-1, swung and missed on Avila's breaking ball, which is really nasty if you can see the motion on it sometimes. Gets to just drop on you when it gets to the plate. Avila, who pretty much played the closer role for the University of the Cumberlands of the NAIA this past year, had 9 saves. And a breaking ball misses outside for ball 1. In that game against the Madison Mallards, he picked up the win. In fact, both wins this season came against those Mallards. He pitched in 1 inning, struck out 1, allowed 1 hit, and only faced 3 batters. 1-2 to Pimentel Guerrero. And he swings and misses on a breaking ball. Big strikeout for Cesar Avila. And he comes in, finishes the 6th, but allows a run. And Kokomo has taken a 4-3 lead over the Woodchucks. We're into the 7th here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium when we return on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet, track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan, offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just 1 line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Will Charlton with you tonight on the Woodchucks Baseball Network. Top of the 7th inning here in Kokomo, Indiana. 4-3 lead for the Jackrabbits after taking the lead in a 3-run frame. As C.J. Fleeman, the pitcher for Kokomo, back out there to see some action. Facing off against Drew Birkland, who takes breaking ball for strike 1 after an inside fastball for ball 1. Birkland having himself a very nice day at the plate so far. 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run. 1-1 to Birkland. breaking ball missing outside off the left-handed arm of C.J. Fleeman. 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for the Woodchucks. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Jackrabbits. Wausau in the first hole of the game. And Birkland over to Tyler Cate at shortstop. And that's a 6-3 as he completes the throw in time to Isaac Kim at first base. 1 up, 1 down. Bringing up Colin Brigham. Woodchucks looking to avoid back-to-back losses. As the first pitch from Fleeman to Brigham is a breaking ball that's inside. Curveball by Fleeman. Really been working the curveball so far. The Missouri State Southern University product. 1-0 to Brigham. And Brigham takes it high. The Oklahoma State Cowboy, Colin Brigham. Looking at a 2-0. And Brigham fouls off what probably would have been ball 3 if he wouldn't have swung. And this is also where Brigham being thrown out at home earlier in the game, back in the 4th, comes into play big time, because if he was safe there, that would have been what has this game tied at 4, but instead it's a 4-3 lead for Kokomo. Actually, funny enough, I just learned today that the reason they're called the Jackrabbits is because the first ever car was invented in Kokomo, Indiana, called the Jackrabbit. I bet none of you probably knew that who are listening, and I did it myself. So you know what they say, you learn something new every day, and that really is the case. And the inside breaking ball misses for ball 3 against Brigham. But isn't that pretty funny, though? Apparently they call Kokomo the town of invention. As the first car called the Jackrabbit was invented here in Kokomo. Towering fly ball by Brigham. It goes way foul. And the count is full with 1 out. Jake English on deck. Wausau trailing 4-3 against these Jackrabbits of Kokomo, Indiana. 3-2. Fleeman. And he pitched it low to Brigham, so he walks for the 2nd time tonight. 1 out walk as Jake English steps back in. And out to the pitcher's mound is field manager Johnston Hobbs. Johnston Hobbs is going to make a signal to the bullpen for a right-hander. And that will be it for the left-handed throwing C.J. Fleeman. New pitcher in the game coming in for Kokomo. When we come back here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network, 1 out here in the top of the 7th.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you know, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com. After 1 1/3 innings thrown by C.J. Fleeman, into the game now comes Braden Bach for the Kokomo Jackrabbits, the right-hander. And the product of Northern Oklahoma, Enid from Elkhorn, Nebraska, making his 7th overall appearance, or 8th rather, pitching. He does hit as well, making his 8th appearance pitching. 1-0 record. Has gone 8 full with a 3.38 ERA, 2.38 whip. Allowed 14 hits, 9 runs, 3 earned, 5 walks, and has struck out 8. Colin Brigham is the inherited base runner at first base. And up to the plate is Jake English, the catcher, who's looking to keep the offense going here for the Woodchucks in the top of the 7th. In a hole of 4-3. And English takes outside fastball for ball 2. Last appearance came against Rockford just a couple of days ago for Enid. Or for Braden Bach, I meant. Enid is the school he goes to. I don't know why I said that again. Check back over to first base. And Isaac Kim is over there, and a breaking ball misses low. For ball 3. 3-1 count with 1 out. And Colin Brigham aboard. Jake English looking for his 2nd time on base tonight. Reached on air in the 2nd. 3-1. And it's outside. 5-pitch walk after coming in the game. A lot of walks tonight between both pitching staffs. Last night, a big reason why Wausau was down so big to Lakeshore was 13 combined walks among the pitching staff. And now with runners on first and second here, Brady Jurgella steps in. And he'll take an inside fastball for ball 1. Bring him in at second, English at first, and Jurgella, who's 0 for 3. Up to the plate for the 4th time tonight. The 7-hitter from Menasha, Wisconsin. Jurgella into right field, and Brigham will be held up at third base. But now with runners all aboard, Jurgella gets his first hit of the night. And bases are loaded again for Wausau. They've stranded 6 runners in the past 2 innings combined, which is obviously the most you can have in back-to-back innings. But now Brigham in at third, English at second, and with the 8th hit of the night for the Chucks, Brady Jurgella at first, and Simon Sherry, who is 2 for 2 with a walk, a stolen base, and a run, steps in again. And Sherry takes a strike thrown by Braden Bach. 0-1 count to Sherry. And Sherry takes inside curveball, 1-1 count. One out. Simon Sherry hits this one way in the air. This will be tough for Brigham to tag up here, but it's caught by Brock Boynton. And because it was a shallow flyout for Simon Sherry, no runs will score. And Wausau risking leaving bases loaded stranded for the 3rd straight inning if Brennan Holt cannot break his 0 for 3 night. Simon Sherry retired for the first time. Now with 2 outs here in the 7th, Brennan Holt steps in again. And he takes a high changeup for ball 1. Last outing for Braden Bach was against Rockford a couple nights ago, like I mentioned, went 2/3 of an inning, striking out one, only facing off against 2 batters. So he came in and got the job done like he was asked to. Both his last 2 starts, though, have resulted in games lost for the Jackrabbits, not him picking up the loss. 2-0 to Brennan Holt, and Holt into right field, and Kyan Lotus will watch it fall into his glove. The Woodchucks leave 3 stranded here again in the 7th and stay down 4-3. That's now 9 base runners stranded in the last 3 innings for Wausau. And we'll head into the bottom of the 7th. It's stretch time here at Kokomo Municipal Park. We'll be back on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet, track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just 1 line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
The Woodchucks following, leaving 9 base runners stranded in the past 3 innings. Still trail it 4-3 as we head into the bottom of the 7th. It's Cesar Avila still out there for Wausau after finishing up the 6th. That 3-run frame for the Jackrabbits. First pitch low to Brock Boynton on a fastball. 1-0, and Boynton thought about it but didn't decide to come through with low fastball again for ball 2. Boynton, the 9-hitter, will be 9th and top for the Jackrabbits here in the 7th. As Avila misses low again, it's a 3-0 count. Boynton 0 for 1 with a walk. (3-0). And Avila throws fastball in there, 4-strike 1. 3-1 count to Boynton, who's looking to reach for the second time. Avila's delivery hit right back under the glove. Cesar Avila, leadoff single here in the 7th for Brock Boynton. And the Jackrabbits are really picking up the pace. And now Trevor Winterstein steps back in. 1 for 3. With a stolen base and a run. And Winterstein takes ball 1 low. A 4-3 lead for Kokomo here on this Saturday night. And Avila checks over to bring him in at first base, holding hostage Brock Boynton. But nothing doing. 1-0 to Winterstein. Avila adds a bunt put down by Winterstein, but foul down the third base line. As Boynton would have been way in there safely at second. 1-1. The University of the Cumberland's man facing off against Winterstein. And the bunt is put down foul again by Winterstein, whose bat was behind the ball trying to put it down the third base line. And he's now down 1-2. He can't bunt here. Bunting down 1-2. Beats if you foul it off, you're out. So he will not be bunting here. And Avila gets him to swing and miss on a curveball. Trevor Winterstein struck out for the second time tonight. And now with one out, Noah Christensen, the third baseman, will head back up to the plate. Noah Christensen. First pitch from Cesar Avila. Fastball in for strike one. Christensen came in this one batting .318. Or that was Nolan, rather. Noah Christensen. .290, 20 hits, a double, a triple, 9 RBIs. And tonight, he has a single. This one's popped up in the air in foul territory toward the press box here at Municipal Stadium. He also scored 15 runs prior to tonight. Had 13 walks and an on-base percentage of .412. Playing in his 20th game of the season for the Jackrabbits is Noah Christensen. 0-2. And it's a fastball outside. Avila tried to see if he would chase, but he didn't. He stayed home. 1-2 count, one out to Noah Christensen. Avila will deliver. And it's a fastball. Going to second is the base runner Brock Boynton, and he's in there on a stolen base. So Boynton over at second now. And the double play ball out of effect. 2-2 to Christensen. Still one out here in the bottom of the seventh. And it's a breaking ball, a slider from Avila. And Christensen can't do anything but look at it go by him. That is a nasty pitch from Cesar Avila for his third strikeout. And he gets the backwards K against Christensen. Looking to hold the Jackrabbits to none here in the seventh. Kyan Lotus. Up for the fourth time. Learned from their broadcaster here in Kokomo that it's his birthday today. So the birthday boy delivered back in the sixth with the RBI single that scored the first of three for the Rabbits in the sixth. Lotus takes low on a fastball, gets away from English and off the third base. Goes Brock Boynton. 2-0 count to Kyan Lotus. Two outs. And Brock Boynton at third base. Avila's 2-0. Fouled off on a fastball. Strike one from Lotus. It'll be a 5:05 Eastern first pitch tomorrow, so 4:05 Central for all you folks back at home in the Central Time Zone. Right back here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network. 2-1 from Avila. Grounded to Brennan Holt. Played in a hop. And the Oklahoma State boys complete the third out of the inning. And they strand the base runner in Brock Boynton. Scoreless seventh between both these teams. And we'll head into the 8th. Chucks trailing by 1 here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet. Track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
4-3 lead for the Kokomo Jackrabbits entering the 8th inning of play here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium in Kokomo, Indiana. Chucks looking to get back on the board after 2 straight scoreless innings. Haven't scored since the 5th and have left 9 runners stranded across the past 3 innings. Dalton Pearson steps in for the 5th time tonight. 2 for 3 with a double, a walk, a stolen base, and a run. And now he's hit by a pitch. Or no, he was not hit by that pitch. It was just way inside. It sounded like he was hit by it. Looked like it might have caught him, but it didn't. So it's instead just a 2-0 count between him and Braden Bach. 2-0. Pearson in the air to left field. See ya later. Or no, not a home run, but the second double of the game for Dalton Pearson. It hit the yellow line in left field. A dead pull missile by Dalton Pearson. It looked like it escaped the ballpark for a second, but instead it's a leadoff double for Dalton Pearson, a second double of the game, both to left field, and that is a great way to start off the 8th if you're the Wausau Woodchucks. 3rd hit of the game for Dalton Pearson after a hitless game yesterday. And now up to the plate comes Jesse Donahoe, who's still looking for his first hit of the game. But he has 3 walks. 0 for 1 with an RBI and 3 walks. Dalton Pearson now 3 for 4, 2 doubles, a walk, a run, and a stolen base. 1-0 to Donahoe. And Donahoe is patient with it, takes inside. 2-0 count. Woodchucks with a chance to tie this game up. Donahoe over to Luis Pimentel Guerrero on a ground ball. And that is out number 1 here in the 8th. Dalton Pearson now over to 3rd, though. So almost acting like a sacrifice, as it looks like we're going to have a pitching change for the Jackrabbits. Braden Bach appears to be done as Johnston Hobbs out there to signal to the pen for Kokomo. And we'll have a new pitcher in the game. Dalton Pearson at 3rd base. Chucks trail it 4-3 here in the top of the 8th.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, Couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com. Jonathan LaGuire-Cruz is the new pitcher for the Kokomo Jackrabbits, and with runners or Dalton Pearson at third base, one out, Brent Witter is the first batter that LaGuire-Cruz will face off against. LaGuire-Cruz, the Franklin College product from Lafayette, Indiana, so relatively nearby native for LaGuire-Cruz. 2-0 count to the Evansville ace, Brent Witter. And Witter makes it a 3-0 count. Dalton Pearson looking to be the run that ties this ball game up. Lots of close games lately for the Chucks besides last night and the win over Madison in the first of the doubleheader. 3-0. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Brent Witter. Brent Witter aboard for the second time. And now runners on the corners with one out here in the top of the 8th inning. Woodchucks looking to get the offense working and tie this game back up after being in the 4-3 hole since the end of the 6th. LaGuire-Cruz to Drew Berkland. And that is the 5th straight ball thrown by LaGuire-Cruz. LaGuire-Cruz coming in for his 9th appearance had a 2.25 ERA coming into tonight. 1-0 to Berkland. And there's the first pitch thrown for a strike by LaGuire-Cruz. Had a whip of 1.17 before coming in, a batting average against of 125. In 12 full innings pitched, has given up 5 hits, 6 runs, 3 earned, 9 walks, now 10, and has struck out 22. Fastball outside and low for ball 2 to Drew Berkland. Berkland, the Wayzata, Minnesota native, hitting in the cleanup spot. Couple singles, including an RBI tonight and a run. 2 for 3 is the Minnesota Golden Gopher. And that one taken on the outside of the strike zone. 3-1 to Berkland with Colin Brigham on deck. 3-1, 1 out. Berkland rips one foul. It'll be a full count with 1 out here. Runners on the corners for the Chucks still. Jonathan LaGuire-Cruz hoping to keep it a 4-3 ball game for the Jackrabbits. The 3-2. Berkland under the glove of Luis Pimentel. Guerrero, RBI single, the 3rd hit of the game for Drew Berkland. We're tied at 4. Dalton Pearson comes on home. And runners are still at first and second for Colin Brigham, who's looking to keep a 3-game hit streak active. if he can keep some offense working. 4-4. Brand new game as we are in the top of the 8th here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. First pitch to Brigham. It's a fastball in there for strike one. Brigham 0 for 2 with 2 walks tonight, including being tagged out at the plate off what would have been an RBI single for Simon Sherry. 0-1. Brigham takes it just inside on a fastball. One out. Brigham looking for his first hit of the night. Would come at a big time. The 1-1. Brigham into left field. That's going to drop. And coming home is Brent Witter. 5-4 Wausau. As Brigham advances to second on the throw. RBI single for the Chucks. And that's now 2 runs here in the 8th. 5-4 lead for Wausau. Brigham coming through with his first hit of the night. So it's an RBI turned into technically a double because he's now at second base off the throw. Brent Witter comes on home. And runners still at second and third with Jake English coming to the plate. The inning by no means over for the Chucks. As Drew Berklin with a big backstop here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. If one gets by Colby Avon behind the plate, Drew Berklin certainly can score. 1-0 to Jake English. And it's a fastball thrown by LaGuire Cruz for strike one. 2-run frame here so far in the 8th for the Chucks. 1-1 to English. And it's taken outside. LaGuire Cruz. 2-1. That's outside. 3-1 count to Jake English. LaGuire Cruz, 6'2", 230, right-hander from Lafayette, Indiana. In a tough spot right now with the Chucks still threatening here in the 8th. Only 1 out. 3-1 to Jake English. And English takes that one low in the zone for strike 2. The count is full between LaGuire Cruz and English, the catcher for Wausau. Chucks looking to not be done with this inning just yet. The payoff pitch, 1 out. And Jake English is caught looking. A fastball hits the low outside corner. And LaGuire Cruz picks up a big first strikeout. But with runners on second and third still, Barklin and Brigham, Brady Jurgella with 2 outs. If he can just do what he did last time, hit a single, Chucks will be up at least 6-4. And Jurgella takes a low fastball, 4-1. The Minnesota Golden Gopher, Brady Jurgella, picked up a hit in the 7th, extending his 16-game on-base streak to 17. 1-0 to the former Wisconsin Rapids Rafter, and now Wausau Woodchuck. I guess it's a pretty irrelevant thing to say. But still, I mean, in case you didn't know that, yes, he was a former Wisconsin Rapids Rafter. Played with them last season, 1-1. And he takes a fastball low for ball 2. Does Jurgella. 2-1 from LaGuire Cruz, taken high, it's 3-1. And this is what happened exactly last time between Jake English and LaGuire Cruz. It was a 3-1 count, but he was not able to get on base after it. Jurgella looking to be what would be his 20th hit of the season for Wausau. It would come at a big time. 3-1. Jurgella in the air to left center and caught by Winterstein. That was really impressive by the Kokomo center fielder. That ball was smacked by Brady Dragella into the gap in left center, but Winterstein makes a great play in the outfield and robs Brady Dragella what would have been a 2 RBI double at least. Wausau adds 2 though, and take a 5-4 lead heading into the bottom of the 8th, where they'll look to hold on to this lead when we come back here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Cesar Avila entering his second full inning of work, holding on to a 5-4 lead. If he is able to prevail the Chucks in this one, he'll pick up a 3rd win of the season, and also a save in doing so if he's the pitcher in the 9th, as Roman Kuntz steps up to the plate. Leadoff man here, already down 0-2 after a first pitch fastball and then a swinging attempt on a breaking ball, and Avila has him right where he wants him. 0-2, and Avila goes to the high heater, and Roman Kuntz fouls it off into the grass area along left field. Risky pitch down 0-2. Cesar Avila, after coming into the jam, getting out of it, recording a couple outs, only allowing 1 run, which was not earned to his name, so still with an ERA of 0 as of right now. 0-2, and Kuntz fouls that one off. On another fastball by Avila, really going at Kuntz right now. Kuntz 1 for 3, single and a run, as well as a reach on air. 0-2, and Avila's breaking ball misses just low. 1-2 between Avila and Kuntz. And the pitch, just inside. 2-2. To Kuntz. He thought about it, but it does not come through, and that is now 3 straight balls. And Avila looking to avoid giving up the leadoff base runner. 3-2, no outs. And Avila misses low, 4 straight balls, and that's a leadoff walk given to Roman Kuntz after being down 0-2. Now Isaac Kim will come back up to the plate, the first baseman. There'll be a couple of California guys going at each other. The Pomona Pitzer product facing off against the University of the Cumberland's product. And the first pitch to Isaac Kim is in there on a fastball. The Valencia, California man facing off against the Livingston, California man. First time these two are facing off tonight, as Avila came in with one out in the sixth after Andalo Santangelo loaded the bases. Part of the 3-run frame for the Jackrabbits. 0-2 to Isaac Kim. Way outside in a fastball. 1-1 count. With Roman Kuntz still at first base, Cesar Avila will deliver the 1-1 to Isaac Kim. And the fastball clips the low outside corner, and Avila's up 1-2 in the count. One, two. No outs here in the bottom of the eighth. Avila goes breaking ball, but misses outside. 2-2 count. Avila, who played in the NAIA World Series with the University of the Cumberlands before coming up here to Wausau. 2-2. And Kim fouls it off. More late game dramatics with these Woodchucks. Besides last night's game, of course. 10-2 loss against Lakeshore. 2-2. And a swing and a miss by Isaac Kim on a fastball. And Avila picks up his third strikeout. Or fourth strikeout, rather. And it comes at a big time, as Tyler Cate will be up for the fourth time tonight. 0 for 2 with a walk. First pitch coming to Cate. He showed bunt, but then pulled it back as the breaking ball by Avila for the first pitch of the at-bat was low. Ball one between Avila and Tyler Cate. He's looking to keep the inning going here for the Jackrabbits. 1-0, one out. Swung at, and it passed the glove of Simon Sherry at second base. That'll be a one-out single, which puts runners on first and second. Simon Sherry nearly able to have that be lined into his glove, but just barely making it past it was the ball by Tyler Cate. Runners now on first and second with one out. And Colby Avon stepping in. 2 groundouts and a sac fly RBI for the catcher tonight of the Jackrabbits, as Jake English and Cesar Avila congregated on the mound for just a second before facing off against Avon. Game number 27 of the season for the 15-11 Wausau Woodchucks. First pitch to Avon, outside on a fastball, 1-0. Nearing 10 p.m. here in Kokomo, Indiana. Whereas we're used to only that not being the case. Usually it would only be around 9. As this one is hit into left field by Avon. Jurgella is watching it and makes the grab in foul territory. That one was a towering fly ball by Avon. That ended up going foul. But Jurgella is there to make the grab. 2 outs here. In the bottom of the 8th, Woodchucks looking to keep a 5-4 lead into the final frame of the game, at least in regulation. With 2 outs comes to the plate Luis Pimentel Guerrero. And first pitch from Avila is outside and low on a fastball, 1-0. Pimentel Guerrero 0 for 3 with a reach on error, 1-0. Swung at and missed at. Strike 1. on a low changeup by Avila. One, 2 outs. Avila will deliver. Pimentel. Guerrero fouls it. And that'll make it 1-2. Avila needs one more strike to get the Woodchucks out of this and avoid giving up the 5-4 lead. 1-2, 2 outs. Avila to Pimentel. Guerrero swung at to Simon Sherry. Sherry to Brigham in out number 3. A 6-3 ends the threat by the Jackrabbits, and it's 5-4 Chucks into the 9th. They'll try to add some insurance when we return on the Chucks Baseball Network.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet. Track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
Before the Chucks will have a chance to win it in the bottom of the 9th, they'll look to add some insurance to this 5-4 lead. As new pitcher in the game for the Kokomo Jackrabbits is Kyle Kortner. Kyle Kortner from Indiana State University and a Fishers, Indiana native. Played with that super regional Indiana State team, and he has Simon Sherry down 0-2. And Kortner's breaking ball just misses low. For ball 1. 1-2 from Kortner to Sherry. The 8-hitter for Wausau. And Sherry swings through it and misses on a breaking ball. Strike 3. Sherry retired for only the second time tonight to start off this 9th inning. Kyle Kortner making his second appearance. He's 0-1 with a 0 flat ERA. 1.2 whip. An opposing batting average of 176. Pitched in 5 full innings in his first appearance and first start of the season. Gave 3 hits, 2 runs, none earned as Brennan Holt rips one over to Tyler Kate at shortstop and dropped at first base by Isaac Kim. Literally right through his mitt pretty much. His mitt might have ripped actually. He's asking for a new mitt, so his mitt might have ripped. It's an error that puts Brennan Holt on first base, his first reach tonight. As Isaac Kim, the ball literally went right through his mitt. I can't say I've ever seen that before. I think his mitt ripped. Up next will be Dalton Pearson for the Chucks, who will be up for the 6th time. 3 for 4. 2 doubles, a walk. As Isaac Kim will be getting a new glove over at first base. So his mitt literally might have ripped trying to catch that ball. But fortunately for Wausau, it puts Brennan Holt at first base with Dalton Pearson up with only 1 out. And Pearson takes ball 1 outside in a fastball from Kyle Kortner. His first appearance for the Kokomo Jackrabbits came against Kalamazoo on June 19th as first pitch breaking ball in there for strike 1. The left-hander from Fishers, Indiana. The 6'3", 215 left-hander. Pearson ahead of it, pulls it foul. The game they started, they lost to Kalamazoo. 7-zip did the Kokomo Jackrabbits. So he's 0-1. Just finished up his redshirt junior year in Terre Haute, Indiana. 1-2. And Kortner misses outside on a curveball. 2-2 to Dalton Pearson, who has 3 hits again tonight after his first hitless game in the prior 9 before that. 2-2. And Pearson swings and misses through a breaking ball. And that is out number 2 here in the 9th. Second strikeout in the inning for Kyle Kortner. That one being a big one against Dalton Pearson, who I rarely ever say nowadays that he has struck out. Looks like warming up in the Chucks bullpen right now is Cole Henschel, who has kind of developed into that closer role for Wausau. As first pitch to Jesse Donahoe is low and away. 1-0. Brennan Holt still at first base. Donahoe into left field. 2-out single, and his first hit of the game is on the board. He's reached now for the 4th time. 3 walks and now a single with an RBI. 1 for 3 now on the night is Jesse Donahoe. And now with 2 outs and runners on first and second, Brent Witter will come to the plate once again. Witter, who picked up his first hit of the game in the 5th and then reached on walk in the 8th, as well as scoring the 5th run of 5 tonight for Wausau, takes a breaking ball from his fellow Missouri Valley counterpart. Kyle Kortner. Evansville facing off against Indiana State here. 1-0 to Witter. And Witter takes another breaking ball low off the left arm of Kyle Kortner. Two outs. And Witter takes high on a fastball. 3-0 count with Drew Berklin on deck. (3-0), 2 outs. Brent Witter facing off against Kyle Kortner. Runners on first and second. And that one is in there on the high outside corner for strike one to Brent Witter, the returning Woodchuck. Five to 4 lead for Wausau. 3-1 to Witter. And Witter hits this one up the middle. Tyler Kate fields it and pitches it over in time to Pimentel Guerrero for out number 3. So the Woodchucks will have 3 outs to not allow 1 or 2 runs for the Jackrabbits to either force extras or win the game. And Cole Henschel will be the guy to do it, the left-hander from the University of Richmond. We'll be back to see if the Chucks can win it. Up 5 to 4 here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com. Chance to win their first game on the road by one or more, by a run or less. I guess you can't win a game by less than a run, but a chance to win their first game by 1 run on the road as Cole Henschel steps in there to try and close the game for the Chucks. And he's facing off against 9th and top, starting with Brock Boynton. And his first 2 pitches have missed outside. Cole Henschel coming in for his 6th appearance with a 1-1 record, 1 save, has a 4.05 ERA, 1.65 walks and hits per innings pitched rate, 6 2/3. He's been out there, 13 strikeouts, 6 hits. As his fastball is in there for strike 1, 2-1 count to Brock Boynton, the 9-hitter in the left fielder tonight for the Kokomo Jackrabbits. Has allowed 3 runs, all earned, 5 walks, and has an opposing batting average of .250. The 2-1 from Henschel. And that is a fastball that gets away from Boynton behind the plate. 3-1 count from the Richmond Spider to Brock Boynton from Quincy University in Illinois. Henschel's 3-1. And it's in there, swung through on a fastball by Boynton. The count is full between Henschel and Brock Boynton. Payoff pitch, no outs. Henschel, fastball, just outside and high for ball 4. Leadoff man aboard for the Jackrabbits, and the winning run comes to the plate. So now the leadoff man, Trevor Winterstein, seeing the plate for the 5th time tonight. 1 for 4. Brock Boynton at first base. High fastball taken by Winterstein for ball 1 from Henschel. Henschel came in to finish the game against Lakeshore and also picked up the win against the Chinooks on Thursday night. Went in the 9th and the 10th. Avoided 2 different jams, including the biggest one being in the 9th, tied 5-5, straining 2 runners in scoring position both innings. 1-0. And a breaking ball's in there for strike 1 off the arm of Henschel. 1-1 count between the University of the Sioux Falls product Winterstein and the Richmond Spider Cole Henschel. Looking to pick up his 2nd save as a Woodchuck, and he misses outside. 2-1 count. Woodchucks in this exact same situation against Wisconsin Rapids were walked off. Exactly 2 weeks ago tonight, as this one is fouled off by Winterstein. Two between Cole Henschel and Trevor Winterstein. So be a big first out here, getting the leadoff man in the order at least down. And Winterstein fouls it off again on a fastball. 2-2. As Henschel's trying to come in and close this game out for the Woodchucks. Boynton was heading to second base, but had to stop as it was fouled back again by Winterstein. Winterstein looking to do all he can to try and keep his Jackrabbits afloat here in the 9th without allowing the first out. 2-2 again. Winterstein over to Brigham, who will just have to tap the bag at first himself, so that will advance over Boynton 2 seconds. And now the tying run in scoring position. So Brock Boynton over at second now, and Winterstein down on a ground out to Brigham unassisted. This is nothing Henschel's not used to, having a runner in scoring position with only 1 out in an inning. He did this in back-to-back innings against Lakeshore, stranding the runners in scoring position. In this case, it'll just be the runner for now. Noah Christensen up for the 5th time, and he takes fastball strike 1. 0-1 out between Henschel and Christensen. Wausau looking for win number 16 of the season and to take this first of 2 here in Kokomo. Henschel 0-1. Over to Brendan Holt at second base. Great diving grab, but it will be an infield single by Christensen. And now with runners on the corners, only 1 out. Wausau in a bit of a jam. 1 out single by Noah Christensen in a ball that could have been thrown for out number 2. As Ross Davis is going to come out and talk to Cole Henschel to calm him down. Wausau added 1 in each, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We're up 3-0. Then a solo shot by Isaac Kim, the only home run of the night so far to this point. Made it 3-1. Kokomo would add 3 in the 6th inning, taking the lead 4-3. And then Wausau added 2 big runs in the 8th to put us where we are right here at 5-4 Woodchucks. So we'll resume here. Kai and Lotus coming into a runners on the corner situation here in the 9th inning. Woodchucks looking to close this game out. First pitch to Lotus, in there for strike one, off a changeup by Henschel. Kai and Lotus, the right fielder tonight. 0-1, taken way outside in a fastball. 1-1 count from Henschel to Lotus, who is 1-for-4. RBI single back in the 6th. 1-1. And the fastball misses outside again. It's a 2-1 count. In the bullpen right now for Wausau is Dominic Reed, in case Henschel can't keep going. 2-1. And that one just misses the outer edge of the strike, so it's a 3-1 count on a fastball. Henschel looking to avoid loading the bases as the tying run is at third base, the winning run at first base for Kokomo. 3-1, 1 out. Henschel goes high fastball, and the count is reset as bases will be loaded here in the 9th. And Brock Moss is going to make a change as Henschel has loaded the bases here in the 9th. Dominic Reed will be the new pitcher coming in for the Woodchucks, looking to close this game as Henschel will not get the save. And the Woodchucks will use their 6th pitcher of the game, as coming in now is Dominic Reed. We'll step aside for a moment as the Woodchucks will look to avoid losing in walk-off fashion to the Jackrabbits. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet. Track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Bases are loaded here in the bottom of the 9th inning for Kokomo. Boynton at third. Christensen at second. Lotus rather, at first. And Roman Kuntz will be the first batter faced off against Dominic Reed from Little Elm, Texas, making his 3rd appearance for Wausau. First pitch to Roman, fouled out. Roman Kuntz, that is. Kuntz, the DH tonight for Kokomo. 1 for 3. 0-1 from Reed. And Kuntz swings through it. He's down 0-2. Dominic Reed has a 4.5 ERA with a 1.75 whip so far on 4 full innings pitched. 3 strikeouts, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. 0-2. And fouled back by Kuntz. 3 walks and has an opposing batting average of 250 does the right-hander from Oklahoma State University, who just finished up his freshman season with the Oklahoma State Cowboys. 0-2. Once again between Reed and Kuntz. Bases still loaded. And the breaking ball just misses outside. 1-2 count. Reed, his 1-2. High inside fastball. 2-2 count. In this exact same situation, up a run in the 9th against Wisconsin Rapids 2 Saturdays ago. Wausau lost. And now it is a fastball high, and it's a 3-2 count. One more ball will tie the game and at least make us go into extras. Payoff pitch, 1 out. Reed fouled back by Kuntz on a fastball. Kuntz really having a good at-bat so far. Three-two. Once again, Reed delivers, and Kuntz in the air to center field. Dalton Pearson is going to try to make a throw home, and he won't. That'll tie the game, though. And a sac fly RBI by Roman Kuntz has us notched up at 5 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Brock Boynton tags up. And now with 2 outs, Isaac Kim will look to try and win the game here with a hit for the Jackrabbits. Righty-righty matchup. Kim in the air to center field. Dalton Pearson looking at it. And we'll grab it. We got extra inning baseball for you once again. Woodchucks playing in their 3rd extra inning game now in the past 4. As Kokomo adds 1 here in the 9th and ties it 5-5. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got more baseball for you here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Over 600,000 Americans are projected to die of cancer this year. 250,000 will likely battle muscular dystrophy. 5,000 may be diagnosed with ALS. But one person can become the difference. All it takes is you to help researchers improve the health of Wisconsinites by participating in the All of Us research program. Join today to feel the power of one.
To buy your own Woodchucks merchandise, visit the Woodshed at Athletic Park, or you can visit our website, www.woodchucks.com.
I'm so glad you and Jack are home. His birthday was supposed to be today, right, Mom?
That's right.
He wanted to meet me 8 weeks early.
He sure gave us a scare, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's so perfect. It's just you and me, Jack. Can I take him to show and tell?
We'll see.
Extra inning baseball for you here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network. Drew Berkland will lead off the 10th with Brent Witter at second base. Berkland showing bunt and then pulls it back as pitch gets away from new pitcher Justin Drury. Justin Drury from Hope International University and a native of Norco, California. And his first pitch, a fastball, gets way away. As we'll have a timeout after that pitch between Colby Avon and Justin Drury. After having bases loaded in the ninth, an RBI sac fly by Roman Kuntz ties the game. And here we are in extras after Isaac Kim flied out to Dalton Pearson in center field. Justin Drury making his fourth appearance for the Jackrabbits. He's got a 12.6 ERA. Drew Berkland over to third baseman Noah Christensen. And the throw in time for out number one to Isaac Kim. So that is a great way to start it if you're the Jackrabbits, as Brent Witter had to stay put on the 5-3 throwout of Drew Berkland. Drury, like I mentioned, making his fourth appearance. The 12.6 ERA along with a 2.5 whip and a 4.04 opposing batting average has gone 10 full innings, allowing 19 hits, 21 runs, 14 earned, walking 6, striking out only 1. But he has recorded the first out here tonight against Drew Berkland, and now to the plate comes Colin Brigham. With this exact same score the other night in Mequon, Wausau ended up scoring 4 in the 10th and would hold Lakeshore scoreless in the bottom half of the 10th, winning that one 9-5. So back-to-back games with the score being 5-5 into extras, as Brigham, who had the RBI single in the 8th that gave Wausau the lead, up now for the 6th time. 2-0. Brigham swings through a breaking ball. Foul tips it into the glove of Colby Avon. 5 runs on 12 hits and 3 errors for the Chucks. 5 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors for the Jackrabbits. 2-1 to Brigham with Witter still at second base. Brigham takes that one on the low outside corner on a fastball that counts 2-2. Drury, his last outing coming against Kalamazoo on June 20th, where he went 2 full innings, gave him 6 hits, 7 runs, all earned. 2-2 to Brigham. Brigham fouls it off down the left field line into the bullpen of the Kokomo Jackrabbits. He walked 1, didn't strike out a hitter. And he has an 0-3 record as well, does Justin Drury. But has finished up his junior year with Hope International University. 2-2 to Brigham, and Brigham in the air into left center. Brent Witter is going to tag up. No, he won't. Brent Witter will stay put at second base. So a fly out for Brigham to center field, and Trevor Winterstein has now put up Jake English to the plate, looking to avoid leaving Brent Witter stranded. Righty-righty match between Drury and Jake English. And English in the air into right field, but foul. For strike 1 on deck, if English is able to reach base, is Brady Jurgella. Wausau, if they're not able to put up something here, with Jake English at the plate, will have to hold Kokomo scoreless in the bottom of the 10th to avoid being walked off. And Jake English takes that one for ball one on an outside fastball. The 1-1 coming to the catcher tonight, Jake English. Drury makes English swing and miss on a curveball. And he's down 1-2. On its way from Justin Drury. Brent Witter has been hanging out at second base. And English takes a low slider outside for ball 2. Off the right-handed throwing Justin Drury. 2-2, 2 outs. And English over to Tyler Cate at second or shortstop, and he completes the throwout of Jake English. 1-2-3 inning for the Rabbits on defense, and now the Woodchucks have to hold them with a runner in scoring position to avoid being walked off in the bottom of the 10th. We'll be back to see if they can do it here on the Woodchucks Baseball Network.
Don't miss out on any of the great food at Athletic Park. For tickets, call 715-845-5055.
The savings are heating up this summer at Cellcom. Save up to $300 on the top phones from our most iconic brands. Plus, save $150 on all connected tablets, smartwatches, and cameras. Keep kids busy this summer with a tablet, track your steps with a smartwatch, or monitor your cabin with a camera. Now, unlimited data is more affordable than ever with our single unlimited plan. Offering unlimited data for only $29.95 per month for just one line. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, good to have you back on your game.
Yeah, well, you know, I only got cancer so that you could tell people that, you shaved your head for solidarity and not because you're going bald.
Right. And I got a minivan to make your little moped look cool.
Okay. Well, couldn't have gotten through without you.
Love you, bro. I'm glad you're sticking around.
Oh, that means so much coming from Mom and Dad's second favorite.
Whatever.
Bottom of the 10th inning here. Wausau needs 3 outs without allowing a run to try and force extra innings. Isaac Kim over at third base. Bunt by Tyler Crate, and Brent Witter throws him out of first base. But Tyler Crate, that was a very good bunt he put down. And now Isaac Kim is at third base. And he is the winning run. So 2 more outs are needed without allowing a ball into the outfield. So now Colby Avon has been intentionally walked. And actually, Brock Moss has intentionally walked the next 2 batters for Kokomo. So that puts bases loaded and a force at every base. Colby Avon has been intentionally walked, and he's now at second. And Luis Pimentel Guerrero has also been intentionally walked, and he's at first. So runners occupy each bag for Kokomo, a force at every bag in the infield. Brock Boynton looking to be the hero for the Jackrabbits tonight. First pitch from Dominic Reed, fouled off on a fastball. Drew Stengren catching now for the Woodchucks. Oh, no, that's not true. Drew Stengren is not. It's still Jake English. 0-1. And that one just misses outside by Dominic Reed. One out. Reed throws high on a fastball that counts 2-1. A ball on the ground is all the Woodchucks need to try and turn 2. 2-1. And it gets away from Jake English behind the plate, and sliding on home is the walk-off winner for the Jackrabbits. The game ends on a wild pitch. That's pretty uneventful. Kokomo walks it off here in the bottom of the 10th as coming on home is Isaac Kim, who scores up a wild pitch, and the game is over. 6-5 win for Kokomo. Wausau falls to 15-12. Kokomo improves to 12-14. Thank you very much for listening tonight. Make sure to come back tomorrow night for a 5:05 Eastern first pitch, a 4:05 Central first pitch, as the Woodchucks will look to even the series with Kokomo and avoid a 2-game sweep. But for now, I'm Will Charlton saying good night, and thank you for listening. Have a good rest of your Saturday night.